Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Brenda Quintana here, and today we are going to be making more Easter baskets. Last week we did a small hexagon Easter basket, and this week we're going to do a medium Easter basket. Just for reference here, we've got the small next to the medium. And then I was also at the grocery store and I saw these Easter bunnies. This is a Lint or a Lindor Easter bunny. And I also saw Ghirardelli Easter bunnies in the same size. So I made the basket, originally when I designed the large basket, I made it a little narrower, but I wanted it to fit the Easter bunny. So I've made it wide enough so it will fit the Easter bunny. And I didn't buy the Ghirardelli Easter bunny, but I think it will also fit. These Lindor Easter bunnies come both in a white chocolate variety, which I have here, and they also have a regular milk chocolate variety. So this will just give you more options when you are creating. I didn't do them in all the hexagon sizes. I figured that having a small, medium, and large option would work really well. So this one's made with the largest hexagon. This one here is made with the one that's right in the middle of all of them, and then the one I made last week was made with the smallest hexagon. The other thing that I did is, I know it's best with Easter baskets, you want to have it open. You know, it doesn't really look great when there's a lid, but a lot of Easter candy is loose, and you also don't want it, if it's in a private household, of course it doesn't matter, but if you're taking these to events or giving them out, making them for a lot of different people, you want to be able to contain them in a cellophane bag. So one of the things I'll be sharing later, these are the cellophane bags I use. There's a link down below in my Amazon links. This is I think a 2 by 3 by 8. Check down below. I think that's what it is. They are flat bottomed. But for one of the Easter baskets, I took the little cardboard out. For this one, I took the cardboard out. And for my little Easter bunny, let me just pull this out here, angle it out. I actually kept, oh look, Lint Gold Bunny, the white chocolate, so you can really see it well. I kept it in because it really fit the parameters of the base of the bunny really well. So I just kept it inside. You could also add some more chocolates inside this cellophane bag if you wanted to. I just kept mine plain to kind of distinguish the two of them. And yeah, so it just gives you different ways to use them. The cellophane bag I used last week is a little smaller. So if you want ones that will fit the smallest basket, sorry, I'm covering up my little bunny, just look for last week's link for that. So today I've decided we're going to make the medium basket, and I'll show you how I put the candy in there and everything with a cellophane bag. I'm going to leave the larger basket for the project sheet. So on Saturday, tomorrow, I'm going to have a project sheet for both the medium and the large basket. So you'll be able to make both of them. In order to get my project sheet, you just need to be on my email list. If you're already on, no worries, you're going to get it in your inbox. If you're not already on, just look down below in the description of the video. You will find a link to join to get my project sheets. My email list is free, and I send out a project sheet usually once a week. This week I had an extra one, and this one was wildly popular. This one was for my ribbon savers. Now, if you aren't already on my email list, you can get past project sheets just by signing up. You will be sent a link, a welcome email, and there's a link to go back and grab any project sheets that you want. And I have project sheets now going 5 years back. I've been doing this for 5 years now. There's a lot of different designs in there, using all sorts of products. Sometimes it's origami, sometimes it is using our dies. So there's a wealth of information in those project sheet pages, as well as everything. My central is my blog, qbsquest.com. Let me just pull that up, the link, so you know how to spell it. That is actually my join link, but if you just type in qbsquest.com, you'll come to my page, and there's a search bar up at the top. You can search for different things you want to create. Maybe you want to create for Easter, birthdays, whatever. Plop that into the search and you will find all the different things that I have been creating. And if it's within the last 5 years, there is probably a project sheet for it that, you know, if you're on my email list, you have access to that page. I do have a host code running this month. Let me pull that up. It is right there, February 2025. If you will be ordering this month and spending at least $50, I will be sending you a package of the party dots in March. I usually get those out around mid-March. I wait for the month to be over to close out the host code. So my party dots don't get here until probably a week into March, and then I make thank you cards, and then they all go out in the mail. The ones for January have already been mailed out. They should probably be, I mailed them out last week. They should be there or coming soon if you ordered from me last month. And then don't forget, we have celebration for about a week left, a celebration, and that's for every $60 you spend, you get to choose a celebration item. So don't forget about that. And we had some extra items added at the beginning of February. So beyond the brochure, there are extra things that you can add to your rewards when you check out. So I appreciate that. Also, if you're going to be placing a large order of $150 or more, you do not need to use my host code. You can collect your own host rewards and you will still get the party dots. But I ask if you're placing an order for me, at least $50, please use my host code because that helps me buy all the gifts with the rewards money that I send out to everyone. Okay, I think I am ready to get started over on my other camera. Let me see if I've got things set up. Let's see, I'm going to zoom in here before I switch over. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be making this basket right here. Turn these all around so we can kind of, okay, so you can kind of see the different sizes. This one is 2 inches, this is about 1.5, and this one's about 1 inch deep. You can kind of see their graduated sizes. This would also look nice as a display. I made these using the 2024 to 2026 in colors. These are my favorite spring colors right now. They are so wonderful. You also have Pretty in Pink and Summer Splash. So those are the 2 additional colors in that group. So, you know, if you are new to Stampin' Up or new to the in colors, I would just suggest getting a multi-pack of the cardstock so you can give all the different colors a try. They look really nice. That's what I have in my supply list, which you'll find down below. If I talk about it today, it's probably on the supply list. So if you're looking for something and can't find it, just let me know. Okay, let me set some things aside so we can go ahead and get started. And I know I'm going to need my scoring board, which I left across the room. Let me grab that quick. Let's start off with the hexagon. Okay, so we're going to need to die cut a hexagon, and then we're going to need to emboss the hexagon. So it doesn't matter how often I dust my machine, it is always dusty because I keep it right beside my work table, and somehow the dust just kind of flows down there. Okay, we are going to cut a hexagon. So we're going to need our base platform number 1, our thin die adapter number 2. We're going to need a clear plate to put on the bottom and a clear plate to put on the top. And we're going to grab some, we're going to do this one. I have some little pieces of stuff from a previous project. Let's get rid of those. We're going to do a shy shamrock basket. These are the meant to be dies. They come as part of a bundle too if you want the bundle. It is a, oh, I don't have it on my desk. Let me go grab the stamp set. This is part of a bundle as well. This is the stamp set. You might recognize the little bee. The bee in here is, there's a bee that's slightly larger and a bee that's slightly smaller than the one that you can punch with the bee punch. So it's a nice kind of collection if you love bees. Definitely this is a great bundle to think about getting. We're going to be using the middle die here. So the third largest or the third smallest, it's the middle one. When you go, if you want to make the largest one that will be on the project sheet, you'll do the largest one, and then the smallest one is for the small basket. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and die cut a die. And we actually need 2 of these, one for the front of the basket and one for the back. I've already prepped one of them so that we don't have to do all the work duplicated. We're going to grab this, and each of these hexagons will cut a frame, and I've kept these extra frames of mine in a little bag because, where are they? As I've been making different ones, I think I might be needing a frame if I do like a project, and then I already have some extra ones cut so I can you know, maybe choose a different color frame than the die that I cut. So I have gone back and used some of these, but for now I'm kind of keeping a bag of them just going, just in case I need them for a future project. And okay, so I've got my die. I need to score this, and then I need to emboss it. So I'm going to just take this machine, pop it away for just a second, and we'll bring it back in. We're going to grab our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, not Stampin' Cut, Simply Scored. Put one of the flat sides along the left bank of your Simply Scored, and grab your stylus tool. Make sure the point is right up at the top, and then you need to find your instructions, which got buried. And we're going to score this at the 2 3/8 inch mark. So just come down along the line and make sure once you hit the cardstock, you go on to the groove right there. Okay, so we've got our little thing. Let's pop that over here. I'm going to go ahead and just fold this with a bone folder and give it like a nice little press to help it stay down afterwards. Because once you've got the embossing on this part, it's harder to press this flat again. So we're going to do some embossing with the 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to get rid of my number 2 and my clear plates. And I'm going to switch up my top plate for the number 4 dark gray plate. And I'm going to use the Forever Plaid embossing folder. It's the same embossing folder that I used for the small baskets. And one of my team members pointed out to me on my small basket video that I was putting the open side through first. Technically, you're supposed to put the folded side through. I know why, physics-wise, that makes more sense. So I'm going to switch it up to the correct way, which is you should always put the fold through first. So I'm just going to go ahead and just slip this in. You'll see the smallest part of the hexagon is just going to stay out there. Just kind of line it up with that scored line. We're going to put it down right on the base platform. Fold that back. Put our number 4 plate right on top. And then we're just going to roll this through. Sorry for the loud bump. That was just as it came off the embossing folder. And so here we go. Here is our little piece. And you're going to want to do 2 of these, one for the front and one for the back. Okay, I think we're not quite done with our die cutting. We need a few little decorations for the front, but let's put that away for a moment. We're now going to grab a piece that's going to create the sides and the bottom of the basket. Okay, so this piece here measures 2 1/4 by 7 3/8. Okay, we're going to put the short side up at the top, and we're going to score at the 3/8 inch mark on both sides, both short sides. Okay, so basically we're scoring 3/8 in on either of those short sides. Whenever I have my scoring board here, it's very hard to see contrast wise, but you can see the score marks there on either side of the short. Okay, put my scoring back in place. Now we're going to work on the long side, which will score at the 7/8 inch mark, the 2 3/4 inch mark, the 4 5/8 inch mark, and the 6 1/2 inch mark. And I've lost my scissors. They were here. They were here earlier, and now they are gone. Well, the good thing is I have more than one pair of scissors. I'm just disturbed that my one pair of scissors has disappeared. I will also have a diagram of these baskets on my project sheet so that you can see where to do the cuts like before. Okay, let's cut little V's into the intersection. You can do them like this, or as one of my team members taught me, you can just fold over and do this and this and this, and that just does both sides of the V at the same time. We'll do the same thing for the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll just angle cut those ends like that and like that. Okay, now we're going to bring in our basket pieces. We should also fold all of these first, So it's hard to fold them afterwards. If you want to make sure they're nice and crisp, after you fold them, come back in with a bone folder. And do this. Okay, so now we're going to glue both the front and the back to this piece, and I'm going to do that first, and then we're going to adhere the sides. I like to use Tombow. A couple of my little pieces went inside my glue. I'm going to have to retrieve those afterwards. And I'm just going to glue this right, the edge goes right along the score line, using those score lines there on either side as a guide, just to make sure that you're kind of right in between them. Press down on the seam, make sure it's sticking, and then go to the other side. And glue that one down too. I just like making sets of things of different sizes, right? So now it's pretty simple to go ahead and start gluing both of the sides onto the hexagon basket. So we're going to do, I did both tabs that were right across from each other, put some glue on there, and then I'm just going to squeeze, line up the edge with your score line. There's glue already on that one. Press, press, press. Okay. Now we've got these last two tabs at the top. Let's do that. And come in. And it just follows the line of the basket pretty closely. Oh, you know, one thing I forgot to do, I keep forgetting to do this. I want to stamp right on here, and it's easier to do that when it's flat. So I'm going to try and put that in the instructions to stamp on your flap before you adhere it. But I'm going to show you what I did, because I had to do this for my sample basket, how I managed to stamp it while it was already assembled. No, sometimes like I'm in the prototype stage when I'm doing everything, and I don't know if it's going to be my final product, so sometimes I don't bother to decorate as I'm doing it. And then afterwards I'm like, ooh, yeah, I needed to stamp on that while it's flat. And then sometimes I have to create a new sample, and sometimes I'm kind of careful and I'm able to stamp. So yeah, okay. Then these ones here, just gonna put on here and here, and we'll come in. Do the last two seams. Okay, so tricky, how do I do the stamping on this? So I'm kind of gonna put this flat so I can stamp on it, and I've got Happy Easter from, this is such a cute set, Choose Happy, and you can like create different greeting combos with all of these different words. And ink pad, I'm gonna go tone on tone. Another nice thing to do if you wanted to would be to emboss in white on the colored cardstock. That would look really pretty, but it does take extra time, right? So if you want something quick, you could do like a darker color or choose the same color so it's just very light tone on tone. So I'm gonna grab my Happy and I'm gonna kind of just scoot it in there and stamp. It's not ideal, but hey, it kind of works, right? Sometimes we got to do what we got to do, right? Because I was like, no, I don't want to really make another sample, so I'm just gonna kind of squeeze that in there, and then we've got our little Happy Easter. Okay, next thing we need is, let's pin down these things right here. So I'm just gonna grab 3 dimensionals and just pin down the front. I don't need to stamp anything else on here because I'm going to add die cuts to here. And the back I'm going to leave blank, but if you want yours to look like double-sided, the back looks just as nice as the front on these, so you could absolutely stamp the same thing, do kind of like a duplicate design. Or you can be lazy like me and only do one side, which is perfectly fine. It looks nice because it's kind of got that finished edge to it. Okay, so let's do the handle. And I'm gonna decided to do an 8.5 inch handle because it makes sense with how we're gonna cut the cardstock. So originally I thought maybe a 9 inch handle, which would be fine too if you want to do 9 inches. But since I had an 8.5 inch length left over, I said, why not? Let's do 8.5. It's close enough. And we're gonna come back in with our scoring board real quick. And we're going to take this 8.5 inch by 1/2 inch piece, put it right up at the top, and we're going to score it at the 7/8 inch mark on both ends. 7/8 because this here is, this side here, contrast is very bad, but this side here is 7/8. That's why it is 7/8. It matches. Okay. Then I kind of like to pre-curl this just a little bit in the center, just so the cardstock knows this is what you're going to be doing. Okay, it does kind of make it harder to put the tear-in tape on, but I just found that this is easier, I think, than the other way around. So let's go ahead and run a line of tear-in tape all the way along. I guess you can do the curling with the tear-in tape on too, which is fine. Run it all the way along and then just cut off at the end. Press that on there. We are going to grab our ribbon. Let's remove the liner here. Start removing it. Going to take this piece. We're gonna let a little bit hang off the end because we're gonna trim it so that it's nice and flush with the end. And then we're gonna come along here and just kind of center it all the way down. All right, grab our scissors and just trim off. I have these are designated my ribbon scissors, and they have a nice clean sharp edge to them. Just give that a little press to make sure it's stuck in place. And let's tidy up. And look, I love this because I can kind of scroll this back up and just put it to the side, and it's, you know, oh, I love these little ribbon savers. Okay, so now let's bend this back and bend this back, and then this is supposed to kind of, one more little curl. This is supposed to kind of come up here and around in this shape here. You can kind of mold it a little bit so that it kind of goes in the shape you want. Okay, let's glue these little ends on here, just on the 7/8 inch end segment there, and we're just going to glue this right on the side here. And then come to the other side, more glue. And then I'm going to press down and kind of shape the handle how I want it. Okay, so the basket is almost done. I just want to add a couple of little flower, like a little flower on here. So let's grab, I'm going to grab one of these flowers and the smallest flower. We'll bring back in some of these back into my little cubby here. Put those flowers aside for a sec. Come back in with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We're going to need back our base platform and our thin die adapter number 2. We're going to need a bottom cutting plate and a top cutting plate. Did I? Aha. I have from this little piece here. We're just going to take that little piece. Since it's right there, we're going to stick our flower on there, and then I have like a basket of little basic white pieces, and this is what I use in a pinch when I just need like a tiny piece. I don't keep pieces really smaller than an inch wide. Sometimes I could use that, but I just keep, you know, small scrap pieces of basic white so that I can just use them for little things. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and cut these 2 little flowers. There's lots of little flowers in the meant to be dies, so you can cut a bunch of them at the same time. I just need a green one. Oh shoot, you know what I did wrong? I needed a white flower, a white big flower and a green other one. So we're going to need to do this again. We're going to do it one more time. Let's see. We'll do it this way. And we're going to roll it back the other way. I will get this right. And I'm just doing this tone on tone. You could make very pretty different colored flowers for each one if you want to be more colorful. I just kind of like to go kind of all one color because it just makes it easier for matching everything. So I'll have my 2 little flowers here. And now I can put this machine away. Okay, I'll throw this into the garbage. Put my little dies over here so they don't get lost. We're going to adhere my white flower and green flower together. I have a piece of cardstock stuck to my finger. Okay, so I'm just very carefully going to put a little bit of glue on the white flower and then add the green flower to it. I always like to put the glue on the bigger piece because it's very hard when your details get very small. So then I'm also going to just draw kind of a little circle and then put the flower right on top of there. And then we're going to grab some gems, which they were here just a minute ago. And they are probably under something. They are here somewhere. I know they are, but they are not where they're supposed to be. Oh dear. They have disappeared. They disappeared along with something else I was looking for this morning, and I do not know where that is. Oh, there they are. I put them back in my basket. How nice of me to do that when I needed them for this project. These are the 2024-2026 Shimmer Gems. And I'm going to just pop a gem right on top of there, like that. All right. Now, I want to show you about the candy. So these are my cellophane bags, the 2x3x8 inch. And remember for the bunny, for the big bunny, I kept this paper cardstock piece inside there. It comes with the bag, and I love that because it makes it really easy. It's like a flat bottom bag. But I wanted this piece to be narrower, and this is 1.5 inches and this is 2 inches wide. So instead, we are going to open up this bag and we are going to just remove the piece of cardstock at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to grab some, these are Hershey's eggs. I think I put about 16 in here, so let's test that theory out. We're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. And then I just kind of, I don't know, flatten them out a bit, fold them over, and we really don't need all of this length of bag, but I do want to be able to fold it over once. So I'm just going to cut off about 1/3 of the bag. And then I'm going to just kind of wrangle these guys. Ooh, sorry about that. Put that on do not disturb. Hopefully that will not ding again. And then you can just kind of shimmy this about and get this so it's, you know, kind of sitting like that. You want to have enough so like your little eggs can be shown, but now you can carry this about and the Easter eggs will not go wild and crazy all over the place. I really like that. If you want, you could even tape the bag shut. I don't really feel like it's necessary. I feel like this is kind of stuck in there because of the way the basket is shaped on an angle like that. It kind of helps keep things contained. But if you want to, you can absolutely tape the bag shut, but you don't need to. And then you've got your little guys ready to go. So that kind of gives you an idea of, you know, different sizes. You've got the little baby one, you've got the bigger one. Remember, there is also a Ghirardelli bunny that I think is the same size. And I think if you go to the store, with a ruler, this basket's about 2 inches. So just keep that in mind when you're building your baskets and looking for things to place inside your little baskets. This die right here, this Storybook Friends bundle, is going to be coming back into stock, but it is not in stock right now. So you could also decorate your other baskets with bunnies, and this one was the smallest bunny, so there would be bunnies of different sizes to put on here if you wanted to do bunnies, but they just that bundle is not in stock. It will be coming back in stock in March though, I believe, so there's still plenty of time. Easter is not until April this year, so that's coming back in stock. I would probably say maybe go ahead and pick up the hexagons, the meant to be dies right now, because sometimes what happens with dies is one die will all of a sudden be like really popular and sell out. And then, you know, by the time that one comes in, then the other die set isn't available. So the meant to be dies right now are still in stock. So I would definitely pick those up right now if you want to make these little cute little hexagon Easter baskets. All right, you made it to the end of the demonstration. Now, if you're looking for the dimensions for the large Easter basket, I will have those on the project sheet tomorrow. So it is made in the same way, just using the larger hexagon, same assembly, and the same cellophane bag to, you just, you know, make the medium one, you take the paper out. For the large one, you can keep the paper in. Okay, if you've made it this far and you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would be so happy if you would subscribe. Yesterday, due to all the people that love my ribbon savers, I crossed 25,000 subscribers. I'm super excited about that. It was such a wonderful thing to see this morning when I woke up and I was looking at my video on the ribbon savers, which has kind of gone a little viral right now. So for me, viral, it had 16,000 views as of this morning, and that's only like a day and a half in. So I was so thrilled to see that. Please subscribe, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. That really helps my channel and I appreciate it so much. All right, I'm gonna talk to you all and see if you have any questions for me, any comments. If you do, I will try and answer them right away. Hello, Jean. She says she can't wait for today's project, and she says, I truly inspire her on a regular basis. That's so sweet. Good morning, Nancy from Maryland. Hello, Deborah from Ohio, and Mary from Indiana, and Nola. She says her bundle arrived yesterday, and she says she can't wait to start crafting. Well, that's awesome. Hello, Verblue from Missouri. And looks like MN Pepsi, maybe Minnesota Pepsi. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Marty. Martha says, love your baskets today. I just got your notice 3 hours difference in your time zone, so I'm a little late, but I will definitely catch up and watch the rerun. I go live at 10 a.m. Eastern. I am on the Eastern time zone. I live in the Boston area, and so I know we've got so many different time zones in North America, and I know I have followers in different parts of the world too. So I try and go live when I have the most energy, which is the morning. Sometimes it doesn't work out for all of you, and I appreciate if you can watch my replay, because that's still cool, right? And Louise says, you haven't missed much, Brenda, just started the project. Awesome. Okay. Judy says, hello, and from Kansas. And I think we're all waiting for a bit of a warm-up next week. It has been so cold in the U.S., so I think all of us can't wait for spring. I still have piles of frozen snow outside my window. Hello, Linda from Oregon. Hello, Betty. And she says, this is her first live with me, and she joined my email list to get the Genius Ribbon Saver. Thank you, Betty, for joining us. And I hope I've already gotten some people that have just instantly made the ribbon savers and have even sent me pictures of what they did. So I'm so happy that it's already working for some of you. I've had mine now for about, I think it was beginning of January when I designed them, and I was just slow to get up a video for them. So I've been living with mine for a little while now, and they seem to be working well. So Judy says, the baskets are so cute. Hello, Jeanne from Oregon. Hello to LLD 43935. Sorry, I don't know your name. Good morning, Valerie. She said she couldn't get this to open on YouTube. I hope I didn't mess up the link somehow. I'll have to go back and check to make sure my links on my blog all work. Hello, Linda. She says these are great. Judy liked the handy dandy ribbon saver too. Hello, Veronica, and she joins us from Facebook. Hello, Tina. Nancy says, a little hint, passport holders available on Amazon are great to file your gems in. You know, I have a little basket. I know I lost my gems for a moment. I kind of like, just like this basket here is just kind of the perfect size to hold most of my current embellishments in. And it's very quick to kind of flip through here and find what I need. I didn't remember that putting the gems back in when I tidy up, I kind of just automatically put things away in their spot. And that's why I had trouble finding them. It's not because I don't have a great spot for them. And these little baskets I picked up at Walmart, and I'm pretty sure they still carry them because I picked up a few more of a different size recently. And this is just, I don't know if any of you are interested in this at all, because this is just what I do with my stuff. This basket it's about 6 inches by 5 this way, 6 across the front. And it just like fits my little embellishments, and I just keep them right near me. And if I remember to look in the basket after I put stuff away, I can find things. All right. But I did see, I know different people use different things. And, you know, when you're organizing spaces, it's all about what works for you, which might not work for everyone. Like yesterday on one of the comments on my ribbon saver was, someone said that she just uses pins. And I did try the pin method, which did not work for me, but she's very happy with that. And so that's good. I'm glad, because, you know, people need to do what works for them. There is not a one size fits all method for every way we can organize things, right? Marty says she loves the baskets. They can be used in different ways. I love, Marty, that you always remember to say that. May Day, Mother's Day, shower favors, picnic baskets, and even into fall. Yeah, they'd be great for baby showers, wedding showers, different things. You just have to craft them in colors that make sense to you. Hello, Yvette. Shirley says, hello from Montreal. She says she's quite late and she'll watch the replay. Well, I'm glad you joined us anyway. Fuchslein Ideen mit Fuchs said, really cute basket. She must be German or Germanic or Austria. I don't know where she is from, but I love that name. Fuchslein is little fox in German. Hello, Les and Tony. They say hello and share. Thank you. Judy says, thank you for making these super cute basket. Oh, and Fuchslein, I don't know, Fuchslein, I think, is from Bavaria. Well, I have to tell you, if you're still here, when I was in college, I did a what was it called? A summer abroad in Germany, and I worked in Munich for the summer, and I loved it. Munich is a beautiful place. I did get to see some other little things in Bavaria. Bavaria is a very it's just got a lot of German packed in there. There's so many wonderful little things. I loved my summer abroad. That it was a very, very wonderful thing. So cool that you're from Bavaria. Okay, and aside. Moving on, what is the name of the embossing folders? So the embossing folder, this one that I used today is called Forever Plaid. I know I forgot to put it in the supply list this morning, but it is on the supply list for the smaller Easter basket. I will try and go back in and correct that. I think I have time before my blog is scheduled to go get emailed out to everyone. Judy says, please remember to give Brenda a thumbs up. Thank you. Teresa says, great projects. Thanks so much for sharing. Judy says, congratulations on the 25. I know, but I'm at 25.3 now, but the day before I posted my video, I was under 25,000. So this is just, it made me so happy to see that this morning. Catherine says, so adorable. Thank you so much. Marty, who was asking for the, Martha was asking for the embossing folder, and Marty gave you the information in the comments. She's so good. And Tina says, congrats, and too adorable. Linda likes the very sweet baskets. I wonder how long it would take to make 100 of them. What size is the easiest to make the multiples of? I know sometimes the smaller ones are more fiddly. You know, I honestly think if I was going to make 100, I would go for the smaller basket. I don't think this one's too fiddly, but I think just cost-wise too, because you're probably making them for an event. I think, you know, you have to think not only about the cost for the supplies, but you have to think about the cost for the candy. Now this one, I think it's 2.5 by 3.5 tall. So you also have to think about the size. So 2.5, yeah, about 2.5 by 2.5 wide at its widest and 3.5 inches tall. So, you know, like when you're doing the seams, you can get right in there. And I think if I were doing a lot, I would definitely look at the smaller size to do that. Okay. Vera Blue says, so cute, cute, cute. You've given me some ideas for some different dyes I have. You do inspire. Thank you. Karen says she's from Starbuck, Minnesota, and she's been looking for a May basket for our nursing home and assisted living. And she says she thinks this is it. Awesome. Jody says she got to catch the live today. I love the bigger treat holder. I bought treats and wasn't sure they would fit the smaller one. Now I'm all set. Yep, try the medium one, try the large one, and see which one fits best. The link for the bags doesn't have the cardboard piece like yours. Is it the flat bottom one, Tina? I'm pretty sure. If it says flat bottom, that's the one that I bought. I bought it right off of Amazon. Let me just do like a little thing. I'm going to go into my oh, sorry. I don't mean to play my video or an ad in the middle of this, but I just wanted to go in and where does it say? No, I don't want to do that. Here, more. And let me just find. Okay, let's see. The 3 clear-sided gusseted cellophane bag. I am side gusseted convenience. Yes. That is the one that I bought. 3 by 2 by 8 clear-sided gusseted. Yeah, that, even though it doesn't say it does, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna grab these. Gusseted cellophane bags. Okay. I'm pretty sure that these are the exact ones I bought, because I bought them just in let's see, I'm looking at the comments to make sure that, okay, just, they might not say that they have the bottom. I'm looking, let's see if there's a picture of someone else that, like, I just really, okay, how about this? I'm gonna go check my link one more time and make sure that it is the correct link afterwards, because it's too hard for me to do both at the same time. I thought I got the right link, but as a librarian by background, I want to go in and make sure. These ones are the flat bottom ones. They do have a bunch of links on there, so let me go back to my order and just double check to make sure I've got the right ones for you. Okay, so okay, great. I will try and make sure I get the right ones. Okay, Lori says, bravo on the ribbon keepers to push me over 25K. You deserve it. Thank you. Tina says, so talented, and she loves all my 3D projects. I appreciate that. Patty likes my ribbon savers. Shirley asks, do I live in the States? Yes, I do, but I'm a dual citizen. I was born and raised in Canada, and my husband and I and our son moved to the U.S. 20-ish years ago, but we still have family in Canada. Canada is still very near and dear to my heart. Yes, and there's a lot going on right now between Canada and U.S., and I kind of feel like my parents are getting a divorce or something like that, like, because it's hard, it's very, very difficult, but just know that there are people in the US, there are lots of Canadians in the US, and trying to support Canada in any way, shape, or form we can. So, okay, Nancy says, thumbs up, thank you. And Nancy says, congratulations to Canada for winning the hockey game last night. They did. I'm not a huge sports fan, but yes, they did win last night. And Tina said she shared this amazing project. So thank you all for being here with me. I really appreciate your support. And I'm going to go figure out right now, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I get the correct link. I thought I grabbed the one directly from where I ordered, but I will double check. These are definitely the flat bottom gusseted bags. There may have been two types that have the same dimensions, but definitely you want the flat bottom ones. All right, I hope you have a great weekend. Watch for my project sheet coming to your inboxes tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.